Hello everybody and welcome back to the Alabama Crimson Tide Dynasty mode in NCAA 2004 at the end of year number 10, if you can believe it. We're at the end of year number 10 already, looking at our final game of the season, heading into the Cotton Bowl against the Colorado Buffaloes. Now the Colorado Buffaloes, of course the runners-up in the Big 12, making it to the Cotton Bowl, have not necessarily had the greatest go of things happen this season. They have a senior quarterback who didn't perform probably anywhere near their expectations, and they lost a couple games that they probably shouldn't have in conference. That has kind of derailed, I guess, how the year has gone for them. But they obviously still made it to the Big 12 championship, which didn't really matter because they lost to Texas. But can that really be a big slight against them? Because Texas is number 3 in the country. But they also lost to the number 2 team in the country, who's probably going to play for the BCS national title in the Colorado State Rams. Obviously the rivalry game between the Colorado teams. But Colorado is definitely, ironically, in the Big 12, is no match for the Mountain West counterpart in Colorado State. So I think they got beat 55-0, and then they also lost to Cal out of the Pac-10, who is ranked currently as it stands. So it's been a rough year for Colorado as they've racked up 5 losses, but still made it to the championship game. That's something that we definitely have to acknowledge. It's something we didn't do, going 11-1 in the regular season. We didn't make it to the SEC title game for the first time in several years because of our loss to Arkansas, who would not lose another game until the SEC title game. So Arkansas is not even making it to the dance. They didn't even get ranked high enough to do it, even if they did beat South Carolina. So kind of a nothing year, I guess, for the SEC as it goes. Us losing really kind of torpedoed any hope that the SEC had of getting another BCS title or an actual respectable conference champion, even though South Carolina had a great year, and we can't take that away from them. But now we're going to try and pick up another Cotton Bowl. It's our first time back here, I think, since year number 3 or year number 2, when we went, 7-6 and would lose to A&M in it, I think, or we won it. We beat A&M. We lost A&M in the Independence Bowl, and then I think we beat them in the rematch the following year in the Cotton Bowl, and we had a better season. It's hard to remember those early years at this point. It's very hard to remember them. It's been a while now. It's been several months since the series has been going on. I've forgotten some of those early years, but we've already stopped Colorado here at an early start. They were moving a little bit well on offense, but things stalled out as they ended up going the wrong direction. On the 4th and 20, they tried to go for a very, very long field goal, which I'm surprised the game didn't go for like a fake, or something like that. They've done it before. The stupider things have happened, but because that kick had absolutely 0 shots. So heading the other way now on 1st and 10, Matthews is back to pass here, unloads one down the sideline, and that pass is going to be caught in a broken tackle. Now it's a foot race to the end zone, and that foot race is going to be won by Hines. And Hines is going to get his 6th touchdown of the season after a very, very athletic play along the sideline here. Colorado had plenty of people in the area to make a play on this play, but no one had the speed, I guess, to catch up with Hines. And he's not even one of our, better, faster receivers. But here he is getting a huge touchdown to open up the Cotton Bowl. So now we are back on offense across midfield once again. Matthews uncorks another deep ball downfield, and that pass is going to be caught inside the 15. Trying to get a good view at who it was. And, oh my goodness. Is this, oh my goodness. Who or what? I'm frantically going to the screen here. It's Cliff Herman. The freshman, Cliff Herman. That's what I was like, I need to double check this. It's Cliff Herman, the freshman, on the field here with the starters. Hey, man, we'll go for it. Get anyone on the field at this point, including Broderick Black. Get him on the field as Broderick Black gets himself his 4th touchdown of the season in the Cotton Bowl. Everyone's showing up in the Cotton Bowl, man. Matthews is going to spread this one out. He's already won his Quarterback of the Year award. No Heisman vote, so he's just going to spread the ball out anywhere that he can against these Buffaloes here as he gets another pass to Herman. Oh, my goodness. The freshman is showing up in the Cotton Bowl. Can you believe this? I can't. I certainly cannot believe it. So you see number 80 and you want to think Max Price, but we do not have Max Price. Now it's Cliff Herman. We're going to be seeing him in the coming seasons. Mark my words. So, but heading to the other side of the field now, and it's Hines once again with another completion. You got to start asking, where on earth is Andrew Solomon? Where is he? I think he's still in the game. I don't think he's injured. We haven't had a lot of injuries in this series. But either way, 1st and 10 in the red zone now. Matthews back to pass once again. Floats one out to Broderick Black again, and in triple coverage. Is that 3 Buffaloes in triple coverage? Somehow Broderick Black, the tight end, is going to come down with it and get his 2nd touchdown in the first half, in the first quarter. mind you. We haven't seen that much of Broderick Black. He's only got 3 touchdowns on the year, and now he's got 5, thanks to 2 here in the Cotton Bowl. But Matthews is not done, man, as he finds Barker downfield for a humongous reception and somehow keeps him out of the end zone. The Colorado was able to stop that play from going the entire distance, but now it's only going to take a couple feet to get in there on 1st and goal. We're going to hand this one off to Nichols, and he's going to get his 12th touchdown of the season, matching those Dimitri Gleeman numbers from last season. And trying to, show that we can still run the ball somewhat effectively here. As long as we get over 10 touchdowns from the running back position, I think we've ran efficiently. The yard number isn't nearly as important to me, to be completely honest. So a 3rd and short situation, and Colorado is going absolutely nowhere as our defensive line is just continuing to feast on these lowly programs who don't have the offensive line or running backs to keep up with us. But Colorado's going to try and go for another long field goal, and I don't know why you guys keep putting your kicker in this kind of position, man. He's not built for that. He's not built for this situation. He's not built for that environment. And that kick is wide right. So Colorado's still putting up a fat old goose egg on the scoreboard here, but they got to get something going any way that they can. And finally, Mark Whitfield, the quarterback here for Colorado, finally is able to find somewhat of an open receiver somewhere for a nice completion for the Buffs. And now they're going to continue moving here just outside of the Crimson Tide 20. So 1st and 10, Whitfield with another pass, and it's quickly intercepted, heading the other way. And there's no one. There's no one that's going to catch him. Absolutely no one that's even in the vicinity that could maybe even threaten to catch him. It's Fabian Schmidt here, who I believe Fabian Schmidt, he's listed as a cornerback. I thought Fabian Schmidt was one of our backup safeties, but either way, Fabian Schmidt gets a humongous pick 6 here in the Cotton Bowl, and now it is looking to be 35-0 with just under a minute left to go in the first half, and that was just read perfectly by Schmidt. Really, honestly, a terrible decision by Whitfield, but he's not been the best. He's only got 1,900 yards on the season. He's got an 11-5 split though, which isn't bad, but his stats still indicate a quarterback that only played half the season. So maybe he was injured. I don't know, but it's not great. It's certainly not. 8-5 makes sense when you look at those numbers. So 35-0 is the score after the first half, but we are still not done, ladies and germs, as Matthews connects with Barker for another humongous reception through the air, and he's just pretty much doing anything that he wants to right now with this Colorado secondary. There seems to be no answer. And on 3rd and 5 here, Matthews running around in the back of the pocket here. I said everything I said, and then Matthews goes and makes a terrible throw like that to completely embarrass me. If it makes anyone feel better, that's only Matthews' 10th interception of the year. Still kind of high, but when you have 32 and now 34 touchdowns on the year, or 35 touchdowns on the year, I think we can overlook that. Overlook 10 interceptions. He's already got the award. They cannot take it back. But Whitfield is finally moving the Buffaloes the other direction here, and finally we're going to get to see a little bit happen from Colin Bowman here, Colorado's top receiver, who hasn't really done much of anything today for the Buffs, but now we're going to get a little bit of action from the running back. So Bubba Young finally gets into the end zone here, and he's had himself quite the year for Colorado. He's had over 1,300 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns on the season. So we can probably see where a lot of the offense from Colorado came from this season, but it still didn't really produce a whole lot, because in those 2 losses to Kansas and Kansas State, who both went 5-7, by the way, Colorado only scored 13 points. So, that's, offensive struggles have been the case. And it did not show up today in the Cotton Bowl, as Colorado would add a field goal, and this one would finish 35-10. Nothing else would happen. There's Andrew Solomon. He is alive. He's alive and well, but for some reason was not present on the field. Cliff Herman, I guess, was taking the spot. Who knows? Maybe there was a disciplinary issue that Sick Naven had to deal with here. Okay, I really don't know. But either way, we pick up another bowl victory. So if we're not going to win the conference title and we're not going to win the BCS national title, we're at least going to win another bowl game. And that bowl game streak is continuing here. So we are definitely keeping track of that stat as well in our quest to be better than Nick Saban in real life. So his bowl record is the one that I was kind of worried about, because even when Alabama wasn't doing much of anything, he was winning bowl games. And in the only seasons where we haven't done anything, we haven't really made it to a bowl, or we've lost it. Like I was talking about losing the Independence Bowl to Texas A&M, and I think we lost our first bowl game, the Capital One Bowl against Michigan in year number 1. So I was like, man, can we keep that pace up? But years like this is what we're kind of looking at. So we're winning a Cotton Bowl, we're not winning the national title, and we're not winning the conference, but we at least won a bowl game. So, gotta take our successes wherever we can get it. We're not in any kind of danger of losing our jobs, absolutely, but, we're trying to get as many national titles as possible. That's really the end goal here. because we have to beat 6, I think, and we're at 3. We're halfway there, so we got to get more. But there is another Cotton Bowl trophy. I think it's the second one we're adding to the trophy case. I recently went through my save here on NCAA as well, my profile, and cleared out all my other Dynasty trophies from the past. So now my trophy room should just be the Alabama Crimson Tide trophy, so I can better keep track of them now, see how many quarterback of the years we have and other positional awards, which we haven't really won much of any, so I'm waiting to see if we can ever do that. But Ohio State's quarterback set a school record here, so that's cool for him, I guess. And then Notre Dame ends up being your national champion after beating Colorado State. So the Rams may get back to the national title game here. I'm not sure when the last time they were. I'd have to look through it, but they make it back. So in the next video, I'll probably have that information. But they make it back and they lose, and Notre Dame takes the national title. So I guess if not us, then them. But in the next one, we'll get to our offseason festivities and hopefully make it back in year number 11.